Here's something that many traders don't realize. The quality of your weekend has a direct, measurable impact on your Monday morning trading performance. Whilst other traders are checking charts or obsessing over positions they can't control, the most successful traders are using their weekends to reset their minds and prepare them for peak performance in the following week coming. Mental recovery happens primarily during downtime, not during active trading periods. Your brain needs time away from the constant decision making. Now, without this recovery time, mental fatigue accumulates week after week. Think about it. You wouldn't expect an athlete to perform at their peak without rest days, yet many traders expect their minds to operate at full capacity 7 days a week. Weekend preparation reduces Monday morning stress by 60%, according to studies of professional performance across various fields. When your mind is rested and focused, you can spot better setups that exhausted minds overlook. The weekend advantage is about using your downtime to support your professional performance whilst generally recovering from the mental demands of trading. When you master this balance, your Monday mornings transform from stressful rushes into calm, confident starts to productive weeks. So our presentation today is Weekend Mental Reset. Simple practices to clear your mind and why 2 days can transform your trading. Let's dive in. Many traders struggle with an invisible problem that's destroying their performance. They never truly switch off from trading mode. Their minds remain engaged with markets even when the markets are closed. This creates chronic stress that accumulates over time. Now, trading thoughts create chronic low-level stress because your brain treats unresolved market positions and potential opportunities as ongoing threats. Even when you're physically away from the screens, part of your mind remains alert to market risks and opportunities. This chronic stress isn't dramatic or obvious. It's a persistent background tension that you might not even notice consciously, but it can affect your sleep quality, your relationships, and your ability to enjoy non-trading activities, all of which prevent genuine mental recovery. This weekend anxiety often manifests as feeling restless, difficulty sleeping on Sunday nights, or an inability to fully engage in family activities. You might be physically present for the weekend activities, but you're mentally still somewhere else in the markets. So instead of using weekends to recover from difficult trading periods, many traders find themselves reliving losses or what went wrong. Now, this mental rehearsal activates the same stress response as the original trading experience. Your brain treats imagined threats as real threats, triggering stress responses that should be timed when you're resting. Many traders discover their best insights during non-trading activities come whilst walking or engaging in hobbies, because these activities allow different parts of their brain to process information and make connections that purely analytical thinking misses. The solution is creating clear boundaries that allow genuine mental recovery whilst maintaining appropriate preparation and awareness. So the first thing is understanding the neuroscience of mental recovery. This helps you appreciate why weekend resets are essential for good trading performance in the next week and following weeks. Your brain has specific recovery mechanisms that only function during downtime. The default mode network activates during downtime when your brain isn't focused on specific tasks. This network, which includes several brain regions working together, only becomes active when you're not concentrating on these tasks. It's responsible for memory, creative insight, and psychological restoration. During active trading, your brain operates in task positive mode, focused, analytical, and reactive to external stress. So the default mode network represents the opposite state, internal processing and creative connection making. Both modes are essential, but most traders spend too much time in task positive mode and not enough time allowing their default mode network to function. So poor sleep quality or insufficient rest leads to the mental equivalent of physical toxin buildup. This can result in foggy thinking and increased emotional reactivity. Exactly the symptoms many overworked traders experience. New neural pathways form during rest periods as your brain processes and integrates the information learned during trading and active periods. This is why many traders find that taking breaks from active trading actually improves their performance when they return. The rest period allows their brain to process recent experiences and form new neural connections that enhance future decision making and choices. Many traders' breakthrough moments, they come during these non-trading activities. Meditation's a great one. Walking in nature. I mean, for me personally, I'm not a trader anymore. I'm a trading psychologist, but some of my best times or ideas come when I'm walking in nature. So it's really important to implement rest time at the weekends. Let's talk about Friday evening, that shutdown routine, creating clear boundaries. The transition from trading or from your trading week to recovery weekend requires an intentional routine that signals to your brain it's time to shift from performance to recovery mode. Now, without this clear boundary, your mind continues operating in trading mode throughout the weekend, and this prevents real, genuine recovery. So, think about the week review, 15 minutes maximum, focusing on process rather than profit and loss. This brief review serves several purposes. It creates closure for the week, identifies lessons to be learned, and prevents your mind from continuing to process unresolved trading issues during your downtime. Keep the review strictly limited to maybe 15 minutes and focus on process questions. Did I follow my plan? What worked well this week? What needs improvement? And avoid getting caught up in the P&L. The goal is closure, not things to be perfect. Now, the next one is platform closure. Physically close all trading platforms and technology. This is really important to completely switch off. And then think about like a weekend intention. Set goals for, your time to rest and recover rather than leaving your weekend unstructured. You may find that you're busy at the weekend with family, but maybe implement some time for you to just bring in some self-care. Maybe you want to go for a nice walk on your own, just clear your mind, do some meditation, some breath work, but just take some time for you. Now, without clear intentions, weekends often devolve into passive activities that don't provide genuine recovery. So, having positive intentions helps ensure your weekend actually serves your recovery needs before you start trading again the following week. Think about having the Saturday as, devoted time to recovery, but effective recovery is often active rather than passive. The goal is engaging in activities that restore your physical energy, mental clarity, and emotional balance. And this provides genuine enjoyment and fulfillment many times. So, physical activity, exercising, going for walks, this really helps metabolize stress hormones and release muscle tension. The exercise doesn't need to be intensive, even a long walk or gentle yoga. Choose activities that you generally enjoy rather than viewing exercise as another chore. The goal is recovery and restoration. Next is nature connection. It's so important for us. So nature has the highest frequency on the planet. So when we're in a park or a forest, we always generally feel calm and we feel good. There's scientific evidence backed for this. So outdoor time reduces cortisol and restores mental clarity. Natural environments provide the type of gentle stimulation that allows your directed intention systems to recover. Even short periods outdoors like gardening or walking in a park provide measurable stress reduction. Nature connection is particularly valuable for traders because it provides the opposite type of stimulation from screens and charts. Next is social connection. Have quality time with family and friends. It provides emotional restoration and perspective that's essential for mental health. We know that trading can be isolating, and it's important to have those connections to really help you feel a better sense of well-being. So focus on good connections rather than just being physically present. Put phones away and devices and engage in meaningful conversation. It's really going to help. Next is digital detox. It's a suggestion, it's up to you, but trying to avoid like the financial news and social media can really help you to just rebalance and restore and realign for the following week. Now, it doesn't mean complete isolation from the world, but it does mean avoiding the constant stream of information that prevents genuine mental downtime. So use Saturdays if you can to reconnect with offline activities and real world experiences. I promise you, you'll benefit very much. Sunday should balance continued recovery with preparation for the upcoming week. The goal is creating calm confidence rather than anxiety-provoking things in the Sunday. Effective Sunday preparation reduces Monday morning stress. So things like weekly planning, review the economic calendar, the news, and identify key levels for the upcoming week. So this should be a calm, organized review rather than an intensive analysis session. Mental rehearsal. Visualize successful trading scenarios for the upcoming week. Also think about mental rehearsal in things that could potentially go wrong, like losses and so forth. This is really going to help you get into a much more mentally prepared state. This mental rehearsal helps program your subconscious mind for successful execution and builds confidence in your ability to handle whatever comes up during the week. Next is intention setting. Establish clear goals for the upcoming week that focus on the process rather than the outcomes. So, set an intention like, I will follow my trading plan consistently. I will manage risk according to my rules, or I will maintain emotional discipline regardless of results. Now, these process-focused intentions give you clear standards for measuring success that aren't dependent on market movements or P&L results. They help maintain focus on what you can control rather than the outcomes that you cannot control. And of course, the most important one, or one of the most important ones, is early sleep. Good sleep is perhaps the most important factor in Monday morning performance, yet many traders sabotage their week by staying up late, Sunday night checking markets, or engaging in activities that prevent quality rest. Sleep should be a non-negotiable. Many traders struggle with market-related anxiety during weekends, even though markets are closed and no trading decisions need to be made. Learning to manage this anxiety is so important for genuine weekend recovery and good performance in the following weeks. So recognize FOMO as normal trading psychology or trader's psychology rather than a sign of weakness or lack of discipline. Fear of missing out on potential opportunities is a natural response to being away from the markets, but it's important to understand that most weekend worries about missed opportunities prove unfounded. The reality is that genuine trading opportunities develop over time periods much longer than weekends. So the next one is practice acceptance of market gaps and news that might occur over weekends. Now, whilst overnight gaps can be concerning, they're part of normal market function and can't be controlled throughout the weekend. So accepting that markets will do what they do regardless of your weekend helps you reduce anxiety and improve good rest. Next is focus on what you can control. Preparation and process rather than market outcomes you cannot influence is what's important. So weekend preparation, reviewing your trading plan, checking your systems, and maintaining your physical and mental health provides genuine value that worrying about market movements cannot provide. This focus shift from outcomes to process reduces anxiety. So another one is using breathwork techniques. When weekend market worries become overwhelming, just simply do breathing, breathwork. It can help to quickly reduce the physical symptoms of anxiety and restore perspective for you for the weekend and the coming week. So we've gone through many techniques over the presentations, but you've got the 4-7-8 technique, breathing in for 3, exhaling for 5. Just focus on your breath for at least 5 minutes. Remember that most weekend worries prove unfounded by Monday afternoon. Keep a record of your weekend market concerns and check them against Monday's reality. You'll likely find that the vast majority of your weekend worries never materialize into actual trading challenges. This historical perspective helps you develop appropriate information about weekend market anxiety, and it builds confidence in your ability to handle whatever market conditions actually develop during the trading week. So, as we come to the end of the presentation once more, I hope you found this presentation useful. I hope you've found value in it, and that maybe you'll implement some of these suggestions into your weekend. I promise you, it's really going to help you to reset, rebalance, and realign for your coming trading week. I wish you well in the markets, and I will see you next time. Thank you.